Okay, so if we look at today, Grant, you're doing a pre-reading activity for Lord of the Flies. We started with allegories yesterday, and I did mention if you watch the screencast, if you were at home, Lord of the Flies is an allegory. There are tons of different ideas that you can go with, but can someone remind me what an allegory is? What was the allegory that we talked about yesterday? You had to write your own allegory. So
I don't know.
Kiara?
The story has like a meaning. You can't really see it, and you can symbolize it.
Yes. So an allegory is when a story has a literal meaning, like just the story itself, and there's a bigger symbolic meaning. So there are two layers of meaning. That's what an allegory is. Okay? So going into today, I want you guys to complete this pre-reading activity. It's on pages 2 to 4 of your packet, so make sure you have it. Don't get it out yet. I'm just going to review it. Okay? So here's what you're doing. You are a passenger on a small boat crossing the sea. I don't know why anyone would cross the sea in a small boat. It's a terrible idea. A severe storm has crippled the ship, and it is beginning to sink. There is only one lifeboat. You okay? Okay, there is only one lifeboat which will fit 7 people plus yourself. Okay, so you are the 8th person and 7 others. There is no hope of rescue, but there is the possibility of reaching one of the small, uncharted islands in the area. Should you succeed, you will be stranded and may have to survive for many years to come while awaiting rescue. Okay? So think about, you're on a ship, you start to sink. Now you have to either get on the rescue boat or just die. Okay? Now, here's the tricky part. Your task is to choose which 7 people to save to put on the lifeboat. Okay? As well as who will not survive. With your group, cancel that out. You guys can work together if you want to. I was going to do this in groups on a mandatory day, but I'm just doing it individually. Discuss each option and come to a consensus on who should be placed on the lifeboat. Okay? The hard part is, once you select your 7 people, you have to tell me your justification for why you saved them and why you killed them, and then how did you get to that decision. Okay? So now, here's what I want to point out. For example, there is Stella Evans, a 3-month-old in excellent condition, right? Immediately, a lot of people were like, killing that baby, right? Okay? Now, think about this. If you don't know how long you have to be on that island, you might need a small child in order to get into small spaces, right? So you've got to think ahead. Don't just... Because it said you might be on that island for a very long time, right? You might be stuck on that island for years to come. So in 3 years, you might need a small kid in order to do things.
You could just, if it's 3 years, but like, wouldn't you have kids by then or something?
I don't know. What if you select an old woman? Okay. So we have Dr. Clark. He's 42. He has a PhD, college professor, slightly overweight. Jogs daily, enjoys botany. What's botany?
Study of plants.
Study of plants, okay. And politics, is married to Mrs. Clark and has a son, Bobby, okay. So this is his wife. She's 39. She has a master's in psychology. She's a counselor at a mental health clinic. She's borderline obese, diabetic, and enjoys gardening, okay. Bobby Clark. He's 11. He's mentally impaired with limited communication skills. Then there's Lolita Evans, 23, high school dropout, waitress, divorced, enjoys going out on the town, has an infant daughter who is Stella, a 3-month-old in excellent health. Okay, now you've got John Blake. These are such basic names. 31. He's a last-year medical student, which is the last year to become a doctor. Physical fitness enthusiast. He's highly active, enjoys CrossFit and concerts, and he is engaged to be married. Okay? Now we've got Father Paul. He's 37. He's a Catholic priest. He's active in civil rights issues. He has a farming background, but he has asthma and has 5 children. Okay?
Wait.
What?
I'm Catholic, and as a Catholic priest, you cannot have
Yeah.
children.
You guys, this isn't real life, okay? Should I put pastor? I'll change it to pastor, okay? That'll make you feel better. Then there's Jill. Jilly girl is 18. She's got a community college education. She works 2 minimum wage jobs, wears glasses. She's artistic and enjoys music and painting. Now we got Brandon Ford. He's 51. He has an associate's degree, so that's like community college, in mechanics. Has a construction background, enjoys hunting and fishing. However, he's a known racist and has been arrested for drunk driving. Okay, do you keep him or do you kill him?
Keep him.
Mary Lowe, 28, bachelor's degree. computer scientist, daughter of a minister, and she's single. Okay. Why would single be important?
Then you could make a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Literally populate. Okay. Dr. Delgado, he's 66. He's a doctor, owns his own practice. However, he's had 2 heart attacks. Loves literature and philosophy. Lastly, we've got Brad Turner. He's 24, Army Reserves, Eagle Scout, has had survival training. However, he's extremely patriotic, a loner, has bouts of paranoia, and has been arrested for drunk driving and disorderly conduct. Okay? So, with all these people, like, for instance, Brad Turner, you're like, yo, we're on Army, dude, we're gonna live. And then you're like, oh, he's really paranoid and likes to get drunk, so maybe he's a little crazy. Okay? So each of them has a pro and a con. You've got to figure out who you're killing and who you're keeping alive, as well as justifying those decisions and then writing about them. Okay? So get your packets out. That's like what you're doing for the majority of the day.
Packets?
Yes. I gave you one on Wednesday.
I put
What?
I pulled.
What's up, Nate?
Figure out.
You should totally let me do this. 'Cause I'm not a-
You can do it. If you don't have work to do.
I don't know, it's just that my conscience is getting every morning. I'm like, oh, shoot, I just got it all.
I
wanted
to kill them
No
all.
way.
I would kill them all on the island
Yeah.
anyway.
Stop.
I
Stop.
only
I would shoot them all.
Yeah.
I don't even
That is the 3 months. Keep the baby.
What is it?
It's mechanical.
Obese lady or
I think like 500.
You
You want a baby?
Yeah,
What
but
baby that
Keep the baby.
And how much meat are you gonna get?
Well, because the baby's small, so you can
I don't
put
want everyone.
like provisions
Why were we even talking about it? Yeah.
It's
The baby?
Are you gonna live or are you gonna die?
If you're making business, you better prepare for Lord of the Flies.
I am not gonna eat a baby.
That's what I was
I
about
would
to say.
eat
The baby,
it.
like, can't feed it or
Just
anything.
cook it like a bunny rabbit.
I mean, I've heard that it tastes just like chicken, right?
What, a human?
A baby.
Have you ever eaten a human?
No. I'm just asking. I hear it tastes just like chicken.
No, actually,
How do you hear that?
have you guys ever seen, what's that show, Sophomores, look at the board, please. Oh, wait, Grant.
Sorry.
Okay. So after you're done with your pre-reading activity, I'm collecting that on Tuesday, or Wednesday, Day? Wednesday? Okay, so I'm collecting it on Wednesday. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to read the author, William Golding's biography. There's an ad at the top, and so Janessa was like, why is there music? Just get rid of the ad, okay? So I want you guys to read his biography because it's extremely important to understanding why he would write this novel, why he would write a novel about a bunch of boys like crashing on this island, okay? Once you read through this, you need to complete this discussion board. On the discussion board, I want you to look at this quote, okay? So he actually said this quote in 1954. It was simply what seemed sensible for me to write after the war when everyone was thanking God they weren't Nazis. I had seen enough to realize that every single one of us could be Nazis. Okay? And at least 50 words explain what this quote means to you. For extra points, incorporate textual evidence from the bio you read. Respond to at least 2 others. Okay? So if you incorporate textual evidence, a quote from the biography, I will give you extra points. Okay? Extra credit, kids.
No, wait. Can you repeat that?
Grant was like, keyword, focus! Okay? If you respond using quotes from the biography to support your point, I will give you extra points.
Okay.
Okay? Any questions on this?
I can do it.
Alright.